house with 3 grown-up children. I know there's a new baby in the household. The normal activity, do they engage with each other? Do they help
There's
each
so
other?
much work to be done. I don't have 5 minutes to sit down. I don't know when the last time I had a break. There's just you have to work around, try and spread yourself evenly among them to do what needs to be done. Like Carl needs physio every day, and when he's in school he does get physio. But when he comes home, and he's nearly 16, he's a man really. He's a big child.
And you're saying it's Carl. You're clear about this, Marie, that he's in a wheelchair which is too small for him.
Yes, he's scoliosis as well, so
Okay.
his chair, he can't just have any wheelchair.
Okay, but
His
you're
wheelchair
saying,
has to be,
but are you saying the wheelchair is adding to his pain?
he's crying in pain, he's in so much pain in the wheelchair.
And
He's sobbing in pain every day.
But you said, like you gave, you mentioned an amount of paracetamol, it seems extraordinary that you have to give him every day.
1,000 milligrams first thing in the morning. School gives him 1,000 milligrams at around 2 o'clock.
But if he got a bigger wheelchair today to suit him, would that medication, would you be able to reduce that medication?
Like 100%. But I keep having to tank him up on medication every day just to not have to watch him in so much pain. He's still in pain, but just to try and ease the pain for him.
But you're saying, okay, he has a disability, and that brings its own pain and discomfort. But you're saying the pain and discomfort is being added to by the fact that he needs a new wheelchair.
100%, yeah. So I have to just wait on somebody to see if I think it's an urgent case.
Can they not see? Can they not hear?
No, they just have to go by a piece of paper. What the OT report has been saying.
Well, are they saying he's not in pain? They
class because the budget's been cut so much. They have to, every other child is priority as well, so they just have to try and, who they say can have funding out of this month's budget or next month's budget, and they can't go over that budget.
But surely to say 3 of your children, 2 of them teenagers, one just becoming a teenager, when you say to them 3 of my children, teenage children, big children, have disabilities.
They don't care.
But they do care, but
It's like
do they say the system?
No. Unless they come in and see exactly what you're dealing with every day. And I actually live in the same constituency as the Minister for Health.
You're in North Dublin or whatever.
Yeah.
The HSE say approval, and a very efficient person. Approval for funding is based on detailed information received and with the assistance of prioritisation guidelines to ensure that people with the most urgent assessed needs have their needs met first within a set monthly budget. That's your catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what
So my child has been like this nearly 3 months already, and I'm still waiting on answers. He has no quality of life. We can't take him out for a walk. He can't do anything. By the time his bus collects him for school, he's last to be picked up, so he has the shortest journey on the bus, because as soon as he gets to school, he has to be stretched out on the bed.
And Carl, you said is Angel Man, isn't it? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
And then the 2 other children, what's their difference?
My daughter has Turner syndrome, which is also a chromosome disorder, and she needs regular hospital checkups. So we're in hospital. We could have 3-4 appointments a week.
And then the 3rd child?
Is autistic,
Okay.
and he goes to special needs school, and he's blind in one eye.
And is there any link? Obviously they're the same family, same mother and father, but is there any genetic link to their disabilities?
No. We had testing done, and there is no link. We were just told it's such a rare situation that it's never been heard of before, that none of them are linked, but it was just put down to bad luck, and that's all they can put it down to.
Bad luck.
Bad luck.
And then when the new baby was arriving, I presume you were worried as well.
I was terrified, absolutely terrified. And thank God she's doing well.
And she's three big brothers and sisters ahead of her, and please God, they can all enjoy each other's company as they grow.
Yeah. But they just...
Your Marie, your situation, I think anyone, and if you're saying clearly, which you are, I'm not saying if you are, that this part of this issue could be addressed by a bigger wheelchair. The pain issue could be addressed by a bigger wheelchair. Well, I think somebody will listen.
Well, yeah.
I know. And how do you get a break?
I don't. I walked into that clinic last week. By the time we got here from my home into the clinic to get assessed for the wheelchair, my son was hysterical in pain. That triggered off a seizure because he was in so much pain, which has happened regularly as well. I was hysterical. I sobbed in front of the three, the OT, the physio, the seat clinic. I said, I can't watch him like this anymore. This is inhumane, what he's to go through. And I had to give him a seizure medication and basically knock him out because the pain he was in triggers off seizures.
And maybe that will speed things up. I know it's an awful situation to be in, an awful circumstance. Will that speed things up?
I don't think so. I'm still waiting on somebody to look at a piece of paper. Not to come out and see, or look at him and see him in pain.
Okay. Hopefully they look at that piece of paper this afternoon, Marie.
I don't think so.
Okay. And I know you want to say thanks to the pharmacist who's been so good to you.
Only for him and the way the ambulance service, everything is. If I did not have that medication and Carl had a seizure, he could be dead by the time I get him to a hospital.
And the pharmacist saying, I'd wait until the HSE sorted out the pain.
Yeah, only for he's so a gentleman.
He said he's been waiting a year.
Nearly a year. They haven't paid for the medication yet.
And he's over.
Okay.
Joy in your life, Marie? There is joy with your children, obviously.
I adore my children. But like that, everything is so hard. It just shouldn't be nowhere near. I'm willing to look after my children at home and not put the burden on anyone else, which I wouldn't. I could cost the state over $2,000 a week for somebody to care for Carl. I do it all by myself.
Okay. Marie, thanks indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815.
Let's face it, there's hardly a family in Ireland that doesn't have someone abroad they'd love to bring home for a cuppa and a chat. Now Lions are giving away 3 long-haul and 5 European flights a month, so lucky Lions tea drinkers can do just that. Simply buy a pack of Lions and submit the unique code you'll find on the lid by post or via the Lions Facebook page. And remember, you can enter every month. Just buy a new pack, enter the unique code, and fingers crossed. Lions puts the talk into tea.
When you're 5 to 90, this ninja's fast as lightning.
You could say there are 90 reasons to call 11890 for directory inquiries, but you only need one. 11890 is cheaper. 11890, cheaper directory inquiries. See 11890.ie.
If you weren't feeling well, you could go online, diagnose your illness and order the medicine to treat it.
A good dose of snake oil should cure it.
Or you could get professional advice. It's the same with financial decisions, and for that, you want the advice of a financial broker. Professionals in financial products, they're constantly up to date and represent you. selecting from a range of companies to find the best life assurance, pensions, investments or mortgages. Financial Brokers, your local financial professional. Find yours at financialbroker.ie.
Coming up on RTE Radio 1.